Yo, what's up, fam? I'm styling on the boy. Family, if it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Put it in their face. Some people don't want to see this video. Put it in their face. Force feed them. Make them see it. Family, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. Family, this case of coronavirus is worse than they thought. Assuming that the doctors are correct, well, the source close to Donald Trump, who is leaking information to the media, is saying that it's worse than anybody thought. The next 48 hours will be critical. They said that when it comes to COVID-19, the first 7 to 10 days are the most deadly. And they suspect that Trump is within those 7 to 10, not 7, but 2 to 10 days. So those first 2 to 10 days is the most deadly. And they suspect that Trump is well within those 2 to 6 days. And they're saying the next 48 hours, that's why they're saying the next 48 hours is, well, that's why they believe that he's within those 2 to 10 days, because they're saying that there are reports that the next 48 hours is going to be very critical to whether or not he can recover. If he don't recover, he will be on a voyage to the upper room. The upper room. Ooh-wee, man. So, family, you knew something was up when Melania stayed at the White House and he had to go to another facility. He had to go to Walter Reed Military Medical Center. You know, if it was, not a big deal, if it was just like about taking some precautionary measures, then he would have stayed at the White House with Melania and they would have quarantined. It wouldn't have been together because they don't do anything together. But they would have at least been at the same residence. They would have been quarantining in the same space. But they sent him somewhere else because, and here's the thing, Melania is younger than him. So her immune system is probably stronger. But on top of that, even if it wasn't, if she was really, 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 really ill, she's not as important. And the way they look at it, she's expendable. But Trump, they got to save him. So they sent him to Walter Reed. And that's where he's getting his treatment. Again, fam, listen, unless you're definitely on the inside, you never know what the truth is because these people lie so much. You just never know what the truth is. But if we were just to go with what they're saying, just go by what they're saying, and let's just assume that, he does have COVID, and let's assume that the source is right, that he is being treated and he is in grave condition. Grave condition. Then, oh man, that would put Mike Pence in charge. That would have to be an immediate transfer of power. This would interrupt the flow for the next pick for the Supreme Court. Definitely, it would definitely be a major setback for the proceedings and for the Republicans because they're trying to punch her ticket to the Supreme Court immediately. So this is going to be interesting. The next 48 hours, man, the next 48 hours, I'm really looking forward to what happens over the next 48 hours. I am really, really looking forward to seeing what happens. You know? How many people out there are praying for Donald Trump? Are you guys praying? Are you praying for your president? Are you praying? Who's praying for Trump? Who's confident that Trump will make a full recovery? He'll make a full recovery. And who believes that he's just running game and he's trying to get some sympathy and he's trying to get Joe Biden off his ass? Trying to delay the whole election because he don't want any more debates. He's trying to switch it up because you know that's how they do. Anytime somebody else start winning, they try to move the goalposts. So you just never know, fam. You never know what the truth is. I mean, you just never know because these people, they cannot be trusted. Princess says he's running game. Okay. ONN Senior says running game. Said Nate Jack. What up, Nate Jack? Who is that, Jonah? Jonah B. Time ends January 20th. Earl Smith, what up? Brown Lee. Tucker J, what up, Tucker J? April says she's not sure what to think. Lawrence Gilliard, was that Gilliard? Monique Jones says it's game. Pamela Singleton says, what did Pam say? Whole thing is suspicious. Curtis thinks they're running game. Somebody got their black dress ready. If Trump was to die, I might go to the funeral. Pay my respects. You know. To make sure also that they didn't pull a fast one on the American people. You know, I need to make sure. I would want to make sure. I would do this as a service for the American people. For love of country. Let's see. What's up, Kevin? Pauline Beasley. What's up, Pauline? Fam, Fernando. What's up, Fernando? Family, if you're writing in all caps, if you're writing whole sentences in all caps or paragraphs, I'm not gonna read it. Reading, trying to read stuff in all caps make my head hurt. I feel like somebody is screaming at me. And it's also hard to read, you know? It looks like coding, you know? So I don't even try to read them. TL says this gives him a way out. What's up, James Murray? Yeah. Peanut Nola, what up? 504 in the building, represent. lot of y'all don't know, but H-Town and the whole state of Louisiana, we got a lot in common. A lot of our mothers and fathers dated each other and procreated with each other. So Louisiana blood runs thick through Texas and vice versa. What's up, Dorian Scott? Miguel Rivera. Yes, Trump, 1946 to 2020. What's up, Donna? Tim Martin, what's good? Tanya Jones. Let's see. Moot Point, what up? Skin regimen. Oh man. You know the biggest thing? Drinking water, cutting down on red meat. Drink water, cut down on red meat, like almost eliminate it if you can, eliminate it all the way from your diet if you can. But everything in moderation, especially drinking, limited drinking, do not drink every day, special occasions, sometimes. But yeah, moderation, especially what you eat. You know, like a lot of what you eat has to do with how you look, you know, what your skin looks like. You know, a lot of it has to do with you know, how you eat. So I take multivitamins daily. Let's see, what else do I do? Haven't exercised in a while, you know, I'm slacking on my exercising, but I've been able to offset it by eating clean. So that's the biggest thing, fam, eating clean. And that could save you a lot of trouble. Like down the line, save you a whole lot of money, save you a lot of time, doctor visits and all that stuff. You know, just eating clean. Stanley Jean, what up? What's up, Trucker J? Vegas in the building. Truth Monger. Memphis in the building. See what y'all know about that. Let's see who know about Memphis. That's a pimp in Memphis. See what I'm saying? Y'all don't understand, man. Y'all don't get Memphis like I get Memphis. And what y'all know about Buck Dan, you know what I'm saying? The gangster walk, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know nothing about this stuff, you know? Willie Taylor, what up? It's a challenge. Willie asked me how could I read all of those those chats. It's a challenge, especially when it's like zipping away. Like I got. I start at the bottom. I try to catch it at the bottom before you get to the top. What's up, Gary Johnson? Hey, Serena. What it do? Serena Santiago in the building. Marvin Trutt, Jody Jackson, Detroit. Salute, Jacob. Tony Marima. Petronilla. Broke socialite. Broke socialite. What's up, Cliff Allen? D-Boy Sanchez, what it do? Okay, so fam, if you're just not joining us, Trump is in bad shape, according to a source. He could be knocking on the door of the upper room. They say that what the White House is reporting is not all of what's happening. They're saying that they're not really being transparent. If you think about the fact that Melania is still in the White House and Trump is in Maryland, they had to take him to a special hospital in Maryland. That is very telling. So it looks like it's a lot more serious than they're reporting. I tend to believe anybody but the White House, any source but a source from the White House. I just do not believe them at all. When I think about the way that they've ruined what's left of this country, it just balls my skin. It balls my skin, it balls my blood. It really makes me hesitant about getting any information from them. It's just, they have just they've turned a lot of people off about politics. They turn a lot of people off about the future of this country, the leadership of this country, the direction of this country. What's up, Jenny, Oklahoma in the building? Yeah, so what's up, C. Davis? Howard Jefferson. Yeah, Trump is in dire health right now. Dire. I wonder what he's saying. He probably ain't talking. They said that they had to give him some oxygen. They had to give him oxygen. So he's probably not even talking. Oh, he got to be incapacitated because he would have been tweeting. Yeah, you know, he even with the ventilator, you know, I don't give a damn. Give me my phone. Just making enemies. He probably like, oh, this doctor looks horrible. She has the most heinous wig on. You know, he loved talking about people. Just always just talking down. Always talking about how somebody else looks. Never seen such an unpleasant looking person criticize others about their looks. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, I bet he in there, boy, I bet he like, I wish I could see a picture of him right now. Damn, I wish I could see a picture. If there is anyone in Trump's room right now who has access, who could take a picture of Trump, if you're in the room or whether you're taking him to another room to get shots, to get a scan or whatever, if you take a picture, I will pay you $10,000 for that picture. If I can get a picture of him on the ventilator, I'll pay you $10,000 for that picture. I will pay you $10,000. Contact me, mail@WillieD.com. I will pay you $10,000 for a picture of Trump in his hospital room, in the bed. Yeah, I need to see that. In fact, I'll give you $20,000. I'll step it up. I'll give you $20,000. I pay 20. I will pay 20 today. Mail at WillieD.com, MAIL at WillieD.com. If you got a picture, if you got a family member who work over there at that hospital and they can get a picture, work it out, man, work it out, you know? Work it out. I'll pay 20, I'll give you 20 racks for the picture. Gary Johnson. See, I bet he's scared to death right now. Remember all that tough talking? Well, this guy right here always wears a mask. You know, every time I see him, he has a mask. He has a mask on so big, you can't see his face. You know, he's got a mask on if he's 200 yards away from you. Boy, I bet you wish he had a mask on right now. Well, he got one on now, but I bet you he wish I bet you he wished that he had wore one. Yeah. Now, they already took out Herman Cain now. Y'all remember, you know, with COVID has already took care of one major Republican figure, Herman Cain. Remember? See, they forgot about Herman already. They don't even talk about him anymore. They used him all the way up. But COVID took out Herman Cain, and they have at least two other I think they said either 2 or 4 Republican senators who have been diagnosed with COVID. So COVID making its rounds. Who is that? Jermaine Jones, Kathy Anderson, True Son. What's up, Brandon Dixon? Yeah, man. See that? Brandon didn't even get the news. Yeah, Herman Cain is dead. Dead. He dead. He dead. He died about what? A month and a half ago or something like that? Couple of months? You remember the last time he was seen in public, he was seen at a Trump rally not wearing a mask. He and some of those other people that he hang around, they were all up there out there dancing, just dancing it up, just laughing and giggling and sniggling. And COVID said, come here, man. Sit your ass down. In fact, you know what? I'm tired of playing with you. Lay down. Richie Carr, what's up? Yeah. What's up, Sharon? Kate says, no one is exempt from COVID. LaMarcus Watkins. Somebody said, breaking news, Trump losing weight by the minute. That's one way for him to lose weight, huh? That boy in that hospital room, COVID, nobody could stop him from running his mouth. Nobody could stop him from tweeting. COVID stepped up. I got this. COVID was like, man, get out the way. Move. I got it. Come here. So you think you ain't got to wear a mask, huh? So you keep on running around here telling people not to wear a mask, and you cracking jokes and shit on national television about not wearing a mask. You running around here and you making jokes about Biden not wearing a mask. You think it's funny. See, I tried to let you ride. I tried to let you slide because even though you're incompetent, even though you dumb as hell, I know it's a certain amount of people out there that put all of their faith and trust and hope in you. So I tried to not mess with you, man. I tried to let you make it. But now, you took my kindness for weakness. So what I'm supposed to do? You let me know, what am I supposed to do? Trump was probably like, well, I guess, you know, just do what you got to do. I'm glad you said that. Dun, dun, dun. Next thing you know, Trump, ventilator, got that ventilator thing going. The ventilators are serious, fam. They had to give him oxygen. Now, he probably would have had a better chance of fighting this thing. And I do know some older people, some people that are in their 70s that have been able to successfully fight off COVID. He may have been able to get by if he may have been able to get by if he was healthier, if he had a strong immune system, if he ate right. So that's the thing about eating clean. Like, if you do run into some issues, like if you get a flu or something like that, your body is better conditioned to be able to fight off the disease, to be able to fight off any type of, illness. So this is why it's important. I mean, like almost anybody is going to catch a cold at some point. The stronger your immune system is, the better your chances of survival. I saw somebody say that TMZ would pay $500,000. They don't pay that much for pictures. I think the top price that these people pay for pictures are like 100 racks. But TMZ ain't paying that kind of money. Like, they're not paying 100 racks. That's the kind of money that the National Enquirer, somebody like that, they pay that kind of money. If TMZ had to pay $500,000 or $100,000 every time they had some breaking news, and they got breaking news every single day, they'd be bankrupt. TMZ has staff to get the pics. Yeah? Yeah, if a picture surfaces, they're most likely to get it. But who knows? I've slayed the giant before. Call me David. I've slayed Goliath before. It might be somebody that work over there that might be a Willie D fan and be like, hey man, I ain't tripping. I don't give a damn about no TMZ. I'm sending this picture to Willie D. I'm gonna let Willie D break this story. See? Yeah, you never know. Queen Kelly, Paul Nettles, Texas gentleman. Yeah, I heard that Cam Newton has COVID-19. Cam Newton has COVID-19. I think they said, they said he'll be out this week. He will not be playing. Boy, I bet he hot. I bet he hot about that because he was trying to get every bit of that $11 million, those $11 million that he signed for this season. But they made him jump through hoops to get to that money. Like he got to be He got to be an all-star to get all that money. What is it, all-star? All-pro. He has to be an all-pro to get that whole $11 million. But they got all kinds of what they call those things. He has to have levels in order to get to the money. Well, they got a bunch of clauses, put it like that. But he has to, like, this dude got to throw 20 touchdowns. He got to make the playoffs. He got to be able to. He got to be a Pro Bowler. He got to have win a certain amount of games. He got to complete a successful heart surgery. But yeah, incentives. There you go. So he got these incentives. That ain't the exact word I'm looking for, but yeah, he has incentives to reach certain levels. So it's like you reach this level, you get this. You reach this level, you get this. So yeah. Okay, so I'm looking for I am looking for stipulations, conditions, tiers. Yeah. So, but that's what has to happen in order for him to get all of that money. He got to do a lot. He has to do a lot. So I know he over there sick, because even if he come back from COVID, it ain't like he's gonna spring right back into a winning and march the team down the field and win it all, like have some all-star type performance. So he won't see that whole 11 million no matter what. It's a crack war vet. Miss Michi has made her way into the building. Family, move out of the way. Get out of the way. Miss Michi has arrived. Why y'all keep asking me about the Cash App? It's in the details. Miss Michi, can you do me a favor and put the Cash App on one of your comments? And smash up the likes, exactly, fam. Smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. James Christopher, what's up, James? Chicago in the house. I see, who is that, Gail Jones? Lonnie Adams. Lonnie Adams in the building. Lonnie sound like a player. Don't that sound like a player? Lonnie. Lonnie. Let's see. Miss Michi, put a link to the Cash App also to make it easier. That way they can just click on it. Yeah, Lonnie sounds like a player. Lonnie. Here come Lonnie. She dating Lonnie. You know what I mean? That's one of them old school player type names, Lonnie. Leon, Lonnie Love, you know? Lonnie Love, exactly. Yeah, that sounds like a player. My daughter showed up with a line. I'd be, hey, say, homeboy, let me talk to you. So what's your intentions? You know, I need to talk to you. How many girls you had in the past? And, you know, I get that fool license plate number, license number, social security. What's up, Ryan? Ryan Dant. Was that Dant or Dent? Looks like Dant. That's Dant. Tubby Leak. What's up, Clinton White? Monroe, Louisiana in the building. Jerome Young. Michael Lewis. Was that Lovelace? Miguel Varner. Dallas, Texas in the building. Where are my international people? I'm loving my people. I'm loving my U.S. people. But where are my international people? That goes Stockholm, just as I said. Darrell Thomas checking in from Stockholm. That's what I'm talking about. Sydney, Australia. Bam, there you go. Like, I know I got an international base here. Vancouver, Canada, checking in. Okay, I see Denmark. Okay. Jama, Denmark. Frankfurt, Germany. There we go. Yeah. D from Manchester, UK, in the building. Who's that? Rail? No, Roll the Tape, UK. Enigma, Manchester. Montreal, Canada in the building. Jamaica, Karen Cover. Felipe, Queens in the building. Andre Carswell, Germany. Iceland in the building. See Australia. Frederick Gardner. That's the cool thing about music, fam. It really opened my eyes up to a whole world. Like, just let me know that the world is bigger than the United States. Oftentimes, if you have never traveled, like Americans are the least traveled people in the world. And I suspect that the biggest reason is that Americans think that the world revolves around it. So they don't feel like, well, where's theirs to go? Everything that I need is right here, you know? It's no greater place than America, so I got it. It's kind of like how you have people in New York who thinks that the rest of the world don't even exist. They like, man, this is New York. You know, I know people that's in New York who have never left the borough that they live in. They've never been to Manhattan. I know people in California who's never been to Hollywood. Like, I'm talking, they live in California. They live in Los Angeles. And they have never been to Hollywood. And we're talking about minutes. They've never been downtown. There's people in Houston that have never been to downtown Houston. They're just like right there in their little neighborhood, on their little block, and that's it. They don't go anywhere, they don't do nothing. Outside of like maybe visiting their family who's on the same side of town or in the same neighborhood that they're in. That's it. That's crazy to me. But making this music opened me up to a new world. I remember the first time I played Finland. My a buddy of mine who manages other artists, he called me and said, hey, there's a guy in Finland who wants to book you. And I was like, Finland? Hell, they know about Willie D in Finland. So he was like, well, apparently the guy, you got some fans out there. I don't know, maybe the guy's just a fan and he want to hang out with you. I don't know shit. So I said, well, tell him to send the money. 2 weeks later, he called me and he said, okay, the guy wants to know where to wire the money to. I said, I gave him the instructions. I said, well, hell, I guess I'm going to Finland. So I get out there and I go to the airport and it's like about 200 people at the airport with signs, Willie D, welcome to Finland and all this stuff. And I'm like, the hell is this? They don't even do this in the US. So I thought that the promoter had put it together. And so he was like, no, I didn't do that, man. I don't know. Actually, his words were, I don't know these motherfuckers. That's what he said. So I go and do the show. It's like I'm playing this place called the Virgin Oil Company. Virgin Oil Company. Look it up. The building is reminiscent of a House of Blues building. You know how the House of Blues is 2 stories and it holds about 2,000 people. And they got the rooms and the private rooms and all the private rooms and stuff in the back. This place was laid out just like that. So before I went, the editor of the biggest magazine in Finland interviewed me personally. And he said, Willie D, you are going to be in concert the same night as 50 Cent. And I said, yeah, I heard. He said, but you have nothing to worry about. People are coming to see 50 because he's hot. They're coming to see you because you are a legend. So I still didn't get it. I didn't really get it until the night of, and I actually walked out on that stage and it was jam-packed, like top to bottom, people everywhere. And like all of the main people in the music industry in Finland came out to my show. All of the main people, all of the biggest artists in Finland, the biggest radio personalities, and they all came to my show. And they were like, I walked out on stage and these people just went crazy. So I touched this girl that was right up in the front. And she fainted. So I started laughing. I turned and I looked at my guy that was with me. I started laughing. I said, man, watch this. So I turned around and I went back up to the front of the stage and I touched another girl and she fainted. I was like, oh man, that was some funny stuff to me, man. Cause I'm used to seeing people fainting for Michael Jackson and stuff, I'm used to seeing that type of stuff. I ain't used to seeing nobody fainting, for me, ain't like, hey, excited to see me or whatever, but fainting, I was like, that shit was funny to me. I was like, let me do it again. So I went and did it again, and another girl fainted. So I was like, damn, this is crazy. So when I was signing autographs after everything was over, people were asking for me to sign an autograph on their shirt, on their cap, on their arm. Women were asking for me to sign an autograph on their breast, on their butt. It was crazy. It was just really, really crazy. And me not speaking the language, when they first started chanting my name, when I was in the dressing room, and they were chanting my name, and then they started chanting, "We're ready," but they were chanting in Finnish language. So I didn't know what they were saying, so I got a little spooked. I was like, man, what the hell going on? I'm thinking they finna start a ride or something. And dude was like, they're ready for you. They're saying, we are ready. We are ready. We are ready. It was crazy, fam. But that's just one experience. Just going, in different parts of the world, Norway, Denmark, going to Turkey, United Arab Emirates, I've been in all of these places, and you see our culture influenced in all of these places. You see hip hop culture. When I went to Dubai, I went to this shopping center, and I saw they had like T-shirts of Biggie and Pac, and this was like right after they both died. This is like late 90s, because Pac died in 95, Biggie died, no, Pac died in 96, Biggie died in 97. So this would have been 98, 99, 2000, somewhere around 2000. But Pac, Biggie stuff everywhere. I walked through the shopping center, through the mall, and this one lady, she saw me, this jeweler, she was standing out in the front, and I walked by, and she was like, Evander Holyfield. And I looked at her, and I was like, glad to meet you. So they started coming out. They started getting excited. They coming out trying to take pictures, and I was like, I started taking pictures with them, like, yeah, glad to meet you. Glad to meet you. Glad to meet you. Glad to meet you. And that was actually the second time I pulled an Evander Holyfield on him, because I was in the sauna. I was at a sauna one day, at the gym, and at the fitness center, and this girl from Norway was there. She was an exchange student, and we were all in the sauna, and I see her and this woman just staring at me, right? And they're staring over at me, and I'm like, I hope they ain't trying to get me to make love to them. I'm a married man. They're staring at me, fam. And so the ladies finally spoke. The girl was probably about maybe 19, 18, 19, something like that. The woman was probably in her 30s, and she was like, she wants to know, are you Evander Holyfield? Oh, this is what happened. This was late 90s, because I was boxing. So I was under the water. I was throwing punches under the water, and I guess they put that together. And since all black people look alike, I look like Holyfield. So she was like, she wants to know, are you Evander Holyfield? And I was like, wow, how did you know? And she was like, oh my God, oh, I love you, I love you. I was gonna tell her the truth, but when she got all emotional, she got too excited. And I was like, man, I can't, how do I tell her the truth? So I just let her go ahead and believe it. And then I got my ass out of the gym. I left before somebody. I probably left, I had about maybe 20 minutes left there. I was supposed to be there another 20, 30 minutes. And I left early because I didn't want to be found out. I didn't want somebody to see me and be like, nah, ain't no damn Evander Holyfield. But yeah, that little girl got excited, man. She was really, really excited, like she had met her hero. And I was like, man, I was going to tell her the truth. I was going to just, it was going to be yeah, and then nah, I'm just kidding. But as soon as I said it, it was no wiggle room. She like she reacted immediately with this much excitement. It didn't start like low like this. If it had started low, you know, if she had started on maybe a 2 or a 3, or even a 4 or a 5, I would have let her make it. You know, I would have told her the truth. But she started on 10 plus. And I was like, it got away from me real fast. So I was like, yeah, well, you guys, y'all have a good day. And I was like, choo. But yeah, fam, getting back, you know, it's a beautiful thing to get outside of the U.S. You even see the news different. Like, you read the news differently once you get outside of the U.S. You know, you watch the news differently when you get outside of the U.S. Because people in the U.S. only know CNN, NBC, Fox, CBS, ABC. That's it. That's all they really know. In terms of mainstream media, that's all people in the U.S. know. And TMZ. Well, outside, you know, there are other major outlets, and there are several, just like we have several in the U.S. There are several outlets, and they have different news, and you're gonna see the news. They're gonna report the news differently. And when you watch the news over there, of course, they're not scaring everybody about Muslims. The Muslims are not the enemy, you know? Well, unless you're in London, but right now. But they're not making Muslims out to be the boogeyman. In these other countries, they're not making black people out to be the boogeyman, unless you're in China. But they're not making, you know, they're not promoting the division and stuff that go on like America promotes division. Like in America, people, they'll give platforms to the right, they'll give platforms to the left to just tear each other down all day. You know, most people are like kind of like on the same wavelength in these other countries. Of course, you always have you know, people that do their own thing, you know, but it's small groups or whatever. But it's not all the contention. In America, there's so much contention between Americans. It's sickening, you know. And here's what I mean. We have contention when it comes to the neighborhood that we live in. So we start off but on the street that we live in. You know, my street is better than your street. My neighborhood is better than your neighborhood. My city is better than your city. See, we have the sports rivals and stuff. Even people that's in jail, people in jail in Texas or around anywhere in the part of the country, Houston and Dallas don't like each other because of the sports teams. You know, it's a big rival. So then you got the rival in sports. You got the rival in cities. Then you got the rival in states, and then you got the rivals in race. Then you got class. Then you got gender. Then you got, and then let's go back to the schools. The schools is a rival. I mean, rival to the point that people sometimes have fights and kill each other. You know, it's a big deal. You know, this, and then you have this side of the city don't like that side of the city. You know, all of these, and so you think about why people wake up every day so angry. It's because we fight amongst ourselves on every single level and every single genre of life. It's conflict with Americans, between Americans. So China ain't got to do nothing. America's gonna wipe America out. The United States is gonna wipe the United States. If the United States ever get wiped out, it'll be by the United States. And then, yeah, you got the light skin against the dark skin. So once you get past this race against that race, then you go in a race. In the race, you got the light skin against the dark skin. You know, you got the educated against the uneducated. You know, you got the you got the Dixies against the Yankees. You know, uh, it's just so much division. You know, you got the born, you got the born, the American Mexicans versus the Mexicans who just got here. You know, yeah, because you have this interracial thing that's going on, this hate thing that people got, just where they look down on their own people. And then you have the hate where within the race, people from this part of the country look down on the people that's on this part of the country. And then people over here look down on people over there. It's just so much division that, you know, if somebody wanted to go to war with America, all they had to do is continue to stoke the flames of division around here, man, and it's a wrap. Yes, the devil is busy. Pookie's and Ray Ray's versus Carlton and Benson's. Real talk. That's real. All right, codes. All right, fam. So back on code before I shut it down. Back on code. Back on code. Trump is knocking on the door of the upper house. The upper house. How that song go? The upper house. The upper house. Yeah. They say that the White House is not being sincere with the American people. A source close to Trump reportedly says, the next 48 hours is going to be critical. That means that Trump is in the danger zone. If that's true, that means that he is in the danger zone. And what happens then? What do y'all think? What do you think? First of all, do you believe it? If you do believe it, what do you think will happen? Do you think he'll survive? If he does, what's the results? If he doesn't, what is the results? I know I said upper house, but if Trump dies, he'll probably end up in the lower house. No more talk.